Alright, we're back. Let me turn on the music. It's this one. Perfect. Alright, do we have a working keyboard? Please say yes. Otherwise I'm going insane. Oh yes, it works. Beautiful. I can do like my semicolons again. Nice. Alright. So with that out of the way, I can try to do a couple of things. So one is we have a system here which I probably rename into ECS system, otherwise it's a little bit confusing. So let's do that. So we go here and then, god damn it, yeah, that's a little bit ugly, but fine. Modules, entity. ECS would be kind of useless, or entity component system maybe. Let's call it like that. And then I do want to have probably an entity registry CPP as well. And then that's like, is it like that? Sort. Shouldn't you be at the same level? Like that? I think I prefer that. Yeah. Oh, I mean, well, yeah, technically it's that. Okay. So we go here. This becomes entity component system. And then we take this. Or maybe not. I mean, actually this becomes the entity registry CPP. Did I wanted to do that? Did I add a ECS? I mean, I did, but I'm not sure if I need that actually. Hold on. I might not need that at all. I'm not sure. I mean, does it harm to have it now? Well, no, not necessarily, right? Okay, so let's go here. Generate. Oh, that's the wrong generate. Never mind. That's the correct one. So yeah, let's actually change the title. Alright, hopefully the title updated, I'm not sure. Actually I can check it. My stream, yeah, okay. On Twitch it did. On YouTube, I'm not sure. Alright. God damn it. Allergies. Let's refresh that one. We will probably miss a couple of includes here and there for the different systems now. What? I mean, Windows is really trying to be annoying lately. It's actually insane. But what's your preferred Linux distribution, Captain Chica, if you're still here? Well, no, that's not what I wanted, but okay. And then, yeah, well, no, not that one. Alright. Oh, that already built? What? That is fascinating. Do I not have... Do I not need to include anything? Maybe not, right? Maybe not, because... there is actually nothing to do on that front. The thing is, where do we register them? Game core. Then we have a game loop where we register our system. And we get that from... Oh, here, right? Okay. Probably we actually don't want to have that here. It's probably better to have that in the scene, right? So was this? Maybe ECS manager. I don't know. Manager is such a stupid word, right? What could be a good name for that? Maybe we call it ECS graph. But is it a graph? I mean, it's most likely very similar to a graph. Entity component systems graph. Maybe we call it that. I don't know. We actually don't have any of that probably. But whatever. And for now we keep it simple. So we have a public here. I mean, God damn it. Would we use dark? Maybe. And then we want a concept. Something along those lines. Or do we need that? No, right? Actually, no. Requires std is invocable. There is something like that, right? Yeah, I think, right? std invocable. And then the only thing we need is so for now, maybe I want to ensure that the dependency is there already. Registered. But realistically, that's not really a thing that we need. Yeah, basically I want like something like that. Maybe we want something like that actually. Hold on. Or do we want something like that? I mean, that can still be get system dependency, right? Because I mean, it's an ECS system, so it doesn't really matter. We can do application, get system dependency. And basically one would be that we have the application here. Oh, but we can't have that here, never mind, hold on, let me think. Actually, that's good enough, right, to have a pointer to the scene. It's already good enough. Although I can't have that here, hold on. No, we can't have a scene here. We might not even need the scene. The entity registry might be enough, right? Because we are only interested in entity stuff anyways. Or is the scene? No, the scene is in game core, right? Yeah. So what are the other systems? So lighting system, right? What do we have here? We get the scene. What do we need the scene for? Okay, just to get the registry, which is not something we need anymore. Now it would be nice to get access to the different systems. But we can't really do that. And maybe we can have the concept of the frame context. Where do we register those currently? In here, and then we store them here. Okay. I mean, what we could do is register an external dependency resolver, right? That might actually work. I mean, realistically, we want probably something like a struct entity query, where we have the components here, and then we take here an entity query and we get the entities. And we need to get them every frame anyways. Because we can't cache them because they need to be updated all the time, right? So yeah, it would be something like where we build entity queries out of each other. And then here basically if const expr is specialization, basically get entity view And otherwise we just get the query like that. And then if we have that, we can have here an in-play, well, an dynamic array, well, or the dog in the future, right? And then similar to what we have in the application, we just have void pointer. I mean, maybe it's not a void pointer of that, but let's see. Then basically M systems and plays back, similar to the application. Shutdown functor, or like this one, yeah. Basically we do an std apply, right? Something like that? Is it like that? I'm not sure anymore. I think it's something like that. I think it's something like that. The question is how do we do the delta time, but I don't think we might need, don't think we maybe need the delta time. I don't know, let's do an entity query of, for example, this directional line transformer component. hard. Yeah. Alright, then let's just return T, right? Doesn't matter in this case. Because we are at entity query anyway, so we resolve that. Oops. I'm not sure if that's correct, but whatever. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Then we probably want to have oh, that's a good question. How do we do that? Maybe it's not in the scene then? I'm not sure. Maybe we cannot have it like that because, yeah. I don't know. I mean, actually, we might be able to have it like that. So let's try to register here the free camera system. And we want to as well register the camera system. And then let's leave that out for now. So we don't... Oh, we needed there the time here. Okay, so see, that's already one thing that we need. We don't necessarily need that anymore. Because what I would want to have is a struct entity, or like using entity query of those. And basically I want that. And probably I get card per per thing. So we don't do that anymore. We already have like that in there. And then we would get out the components. It would be something like something along those lines, right? And then we can get rid of that. Would be the idea. Then let's do that like this for now. Just to see if we can get that running, right? That would be somehow the idea. But yeah, I would maybe we should do it one step at a time. I mean, necessarily, I mean, that can already work. Can already do an entity query, right? Like that, or I mean, probably it should be something like that, right? Maybe. But then we would resolve all the dependencies all the time, which is maybe not what we want. Why we just do that? That has a constructor that takes the entity registry. Now we have a get view here, right? I mean, I guess we can include the entity registry here. It doesn't really matter in this case. Hmm. The question is, how do we access that in a nice way now? I mean, does that even work, right? This is the better question already. Because if that already works, that would be already quite nice. I mean, basically it can be cons. It doesn't really matter in this case. Okay. Does that work? Does that work? Probably not. No. Hmm. Work. Almost. Okay, so where we don't do that. Alright. Oh god damn it, that's not, no, that's not the one we wanted. Okay. Alright, what must be expanded, so I guess we want that, right? Okay. Are we get rid of that for now? What? Uh, oh no. Let's return that. I have no idea. How is that in the application? Oh, we copy it in, right? Okay, where? But shouldn't that work? Maybe we could as well do something like that, right? I mean, that's the weird part, that it doesn't like that. Expects one argument, 0 provided. Oh, wait. That's what it was. Cannot convert from Onyx entity registry to T. Well, why would you want that? But isn't... Isn't that already the case, that it triggers up here? God damn it. So I mean, that should be the case that this is valid, right? Because that should be an entity. Okay, well, that is unfortunate, yes. Is it maybe that I need to... do that? Which might not be such a big issue, but... just curious if that is the problem. Which it might be, right? Okay. Cannot convert argument 1. Damn it. From you. Say what? Oh. Why did we have that? collect. Probably need another template here for this. But to be honest, I'm a little bit fried for that template magic today. Because I don't think we can just do another overload here. That will not be enough, I think. I mean, it will probably be something along those lines here, where this is not a ref here. But I do think removing that will break it in the application, probably. If that isn't even the issue, but I do think that might be the thing where it copies it as a reference. Which is not necessarily what we need and want. I mean, maybe it even works, but probably not. Yeah, I think that was already... Oh, actually, maybe not. Why would you want to have it like that? Oh well, I would need to look at that later. So that is fine, but then here... That one for some reason... wants to collect it. In like a ref way, which is kind of weird. Oh well, I will look at that tomorrow. As I said, I'm a little bit fried today already. And maybe we don't do that for now. Maybe I will shelve that. Well, it's in Piaffa, shelve it, I will stash it, and we will start with a GPU version of the cubical marching squares, because I think that's more important than this small detail here. And that template magic is anyways a little bit more complicated to get right. But it's definitely on the list of to-dos. It should be very similar to the application one, it's just that the application one is a little bit more straightforward. Because there we can guarantee that the system is already there beforehand. Whereas this one we need to requery always this thing, because entities can be added and removed at any time. So we need to re-execute that query, which makes it a little bit more complicated. All right. Thank you very much for joining, though. We will be back tomorrow, 7:30, and yeah, let's actually set that already in stone that we will work on the volumetric terrain again, because I think that's the most interesting for people to watch anyways. And then we try to move it to the GPU. We fixed already today anyways the material, which was simpler than I thought, because yeah, it was just that the sampler is wrong, which I was already suspecting, and then it turned out to be the case. Awesome. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a great rest of your evening. See you tomorrow.